Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about solo model of economic growth with important point and MCQ. This model was developed by economist Robert M. Solow in 1956. At the same time, independently, this model also developed by Trevor Swan, that's why also known as Solow-Swan model. It is fundamental neoclassical long-run economic growth model which explain how economic output change due to change in capital accumulation, population and technological progress. According to this model, only exogenous technological progress lead to increase in output. Exogenous technological progress means progress driven by factors which are outside the model, for example, innovation or research and development. No doubt, this model built upon Harrod-Domar model but different from Harrod-Domar model. According to Harrod-Domar model, we use fixed proportion of capital and labor, but according to Solow model, we can substitute factor of production. For example, according to Harrod-Domar model, if you need one machinery for one worker, then you have to give one machinery to one worker. You cannot change this ratio. But according to Solow model, if you have too many workers, then you can give more machinery to remaining workers. That means according to Solow, you can substitute capital for labor, but according to Harrod-Domar model, you have to use fixed proportion of capital and labor. Assumption: constant return to scale. That means if you double your input, your output will also double. Diminishing marginal return: overall you will receive constant return, but individual factors like labor will show the diminishing return. Technological progress: exogenous, full employment, perfect competition, closed economy. We don't talk about international trade. Assume fixed saving ratio, population growth and depreciation rate are constant, and we can substitute a factor of production for each other. This is equation of production function of Solow model. Here Y represent output, or you can say the income. K capital, L labor. A represent technology, which we assume constant. F simply represent function. In order to know productivity of labor, we will divide both sides of this equation with L. After dividing both sides of this equation with L, our equation will look like this: Y over L, K over L, L over L. So this will be cancelled out. Now our equation will look like this. Technology is constant. Whether we write a technology or not, it doesn't matter. That's why here we don't write a technology. So this is our equation. According to this equation, Y over L is function of K over L. Y over L means output per worker. K over L represent capital per worker. Here Y over L is dependent variable, K over L is independent variable. That means if you change capital per worker, then output per worker will also change. Obviously, if you are changing capital per workers, you are giving more machinery to your workers. Eventually, their output will also change. So you can say that output per worker is function of capital per worker. When you change capital per worker, then their output per worker will also change. For the sake of simplicity, we write Y over L as a small y and K over L as a small k. After writing this, our final equation will look like this. So this is our equation, whereas capital per worker increase, output per worker also increase. If output is increasing in economy, then obviously income also increasing. As income increasing, saving increasing. According to Solow model, saving is constant fraction of income. That's why saving represented by SY. S represents saving, Y represents income. This whole represents saving is constant fraction of income. So saving is equal to SY. As we know, investment is equal to saving. Saving is equal to SY. So we can write I is equal to SY, or you can say that investment is equal to SY. In this diagram, on x-axis we have capital per worker, y-axis we have output per worker. This curve shows as capital per worker increasing, output per worker also increasing. After some time period, it become a constant. And as output per worker increase, income increase. As income increase, saving also increase. And this curve shows as income increase, saving also increase, and saving is represented by SY, which is equal to investment. In this model, Solo assume growth rate of population is constant. Laborers are part of population. That's why we assume labor force are growing at constant rate. But we can change capital. Suppose we change capital, and change in capital represented by delta K, which is equal to investment minus depreciation. When you minus depreciation from investment, it will become equal to change in capital. As we know, investment equal to SY. So in place of investment, we can write SY, and in place of depreciation, we can write delta K. Delta represent depreciation, K represent capital. This whole represent depreciation on capital. When you minus depreciation from investment, it will become equal to change in capital. Now we will see fundamental equation of Solo model. This equation we have already discussed. Change in capital equal to SY minus delta K. We will bring this delta K in this side. After that, our equation will look like this. We will divide and multiply this delta K with K, and this delta K over K represent growth rate of capital, and growth rate of capital depend on growth rate of population, or you can say the growth rate of labor. According to Solo model, growth rate of capital depend on growth rate of labor. So this represent growth rate of capital, which depend on growth rate of labor, and growth rate of labor represent by N. So in place of delta K over K, we can write N. We will take K common, and after that our equation will look like this. We need to know per head output and per head capital. That's why we divide Y with L and K with also L. So for the sake of simplicity, we write Y over L as a small y and K over L as a small k. SY investment, N is growth rate of population, or you can say the growth rate of labor, and delta is our depreciation. And this is our fundamental equation, which represent we should invest according to growth rate of population, plus our investment should cover depreciation. Now we will see steady state equilibrium according to Solo model with the help of this diagram. According to Solo, at steady state equilibrium, investment is able to cover need of growing population plus depreciation. According to Solo, at steady state equilibrium, investment is able to cover need of growing population plus depreciation. Capital per worker, output per worker. This curve shows as capital per worker increasing, output per worker also increasing. This curve shows saving, which is equal to investment. So you can say that this curve shows our investment. This line shows growth rate of population and depreciation. At this E point, you can see investment is equal to growth rate of population and depreciation, or you can say that this E point shows investment is able to cover need of growing population plus depreciation. That's why E point will be called steady state equilibrium, because according to Solo, at steady state equilibrium, our investment is able to cover need of growing population plus depreciation. So E is steady state equilibrium point. After E point, you can see our investment become constant and output per labor also become constant, but population and depreciation still increasing. That means our economy divert from steady state equilibrium. This E point only shows steady state equilibrium, where investment is able to cover need of growing population plus depreciation. Criticism: ignore equilibrium between actual growth rate and warranted growth rate. As we know, Harrod-Dommer model discuss about equilibrium between actual growth rate and warranted growth rate. Those who follow Harrod-Dommer model criticize Solo model, because Solo model don't talk about equilibrium between actual and warranted growth rate. Unrealistic assumption of perfect competition. There is not always perfect competition. Absence of a separate investment function. As we know, investment is very important for our economy. This model just say investment is equal to SY, but don't make any separate depend function to explain investment. According to this model, technological progress is exogenous, but endogenous growth model says technological progress is not exogenous, technological progress is endogenous. Ignore human capital like education, skill and training of employees, neglect other factors like government policies, ignore international trade. As we know, international trade is very important. Constant saving ratio. How you can assume constant saving ratio? As we know, saving depend on a household decision how much they spend or consume. Now we are going to talk about some important point of solo model. Through these points, you will understand the whole model. According to this model, technological progress is only one source of long run sustainable economic growth. This model talks about exogenous technological progress, not endogenous technological progress. But according to this model, technological progress is only one source for achieving long run sustainable growth. In this model, we have already discussed as capital per worker increase, output per worker also increase. As output per worker increase, income increase, eventually saving also increase. But according to this model, increase in capital per worker only increases saving rate for temporary economic growth, not for permanent sustainable long term growth. But why? Because of diminishing return, economy eventually reach at steady state where our investment is just able to cover need of growing population and depreciation. According to this model, in order to escape from steady state, we should continue invest in advanced technology which is not subject of diminishing return. Now we'll see some questions. According to Solo, without technological progress, what is steady state equilibrium? We have already discussed. Without technological progress, soon economy will achieve steady state equilibrium where investment is just able to cover depreciation and need of growing population. In order to achieve long run sustainable growth, economy need to invest in advanced technology. So our right option is C. Without technological progress, steady state equilibrium where investment is just cover depreciation and need of growing population. Match the following. Economist, at which year their model was published? Our right option is A, because Sir Roy Harrod model was published in 1939, Ivesy Domer 1946, Solo Swan 1956 and Rostow Stages of Economic Development 1960. So our right option is A. Which statement is false for Solo model? Constant return to scale, this is true. Output per worker is function of capital per worker, this is also true. Basic function of Solo model is like this. Solo assume we can substitute labor and capital with each other, but this statement shows labor and capital cannot substitute for each other. So this statement is false for a Solo model. Our right option is D. Which statement is true about Harrod-Domer model but false about Solo model? So we have to read very carefully because now we will see which statements are true about Harrod-Domer model but false about Solo model. Assume fixed proportion between capital and labor. Harrod-Domer model assume fixed proportion between capital and labor, but according to Solo model, we can substitute labor and capital with each other. So this statement true about Harrod-Domer but false about Solo. Assume constant marginal return to capital. Solo model just assume constant return to scale, not constant marginal return to capital. Harrod-Domer model assume constant marginal return to capital, but Solo model assume diminishing marginal return to capital. So this statement is true about Harrod model, but false about Solo model. Capital accumulation is primary driver of long-run economic growth. According to Solo model, technological progress is primary driver of long-run economic growth, not capital accumulation. But Harrod-Domer says capital accumulation is primary driver of long-run economic growth. So this statement is true about Harrod-Domer but false about Solo. Harrod-Domer model predict unstable knife edge equilibrium, but Solo model don't talk about knife edge equilibrium. So this statement is true about Harrod-Domer but false about Solo. So right option is C. All of above are true, which says means all of above statement are true about Harrod-Domer but false about Solo model. The Solo model depend on assumption of diminishing marginal return to capital. What does this assumption implies? As we know, diminishing marginal return to capital means after some time period, adding more capital will give smaller output. So, right option is A. As capital stock per worker increase in output per worker from additional unit of capital gets smaller. Our right option is A. So, this is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. Take care.